How's it going, guys? I'm back with another video, and I want to kind of jump into the topic of how we can balance out for killers. Now, I know with the change of Ruin, it kind of made it a little more difficult to play the role as killer. And we have no Ruin, no real way to slow the game down, and you really need to pretty much use killers that focus on heavy map pressure. You know, Freddy, Spirit, Nurse, Billy, and those killers are fun and all, but I mean at the same time it's like they get a little boring to play. And we all know as soon as survivors complain, the nerf hammer comes out of nowhere. It's only a matter of time before those killers get nerfed. We really caught the Spirit, I mean the Nurse nerf, so we'll see what's next. They took away prayer beads, and Lord only knows what they're gonna do next. But if they keep going the route that they're going, I mean, where they're gonna make it so unfun for killers, you're not gonna have any killers for your game. You're literally gonna just kill your own game. I mean, what's the point of playing if no one's gonna play killer? You know what I mean? And anyway, a few ideas I had, and some of them are gonna sound like, oh no, that's stupid. But, you know, that's probably coming from a survivor main's point of view. But you know, bear with me. These are my opinions. If you don't like them, that's fine. Since we know we're not gonna get ruined back, unfortunately. Maybe they should come up with a perk to not really like Scourge. I mean, Scourge is it's not a bad perk, but it'd be great if it, you know, worked with Pop Goes the Weasel. That'd be pretty great, but you know, a little overkill there. But some perks similar to Ruin, where if you fail a skill check, or let's say you get 3 hard skill checks in the very beginning to hit, the gen is blocked off for a while. You know, you miss that for a skill check, the entity blocks off that gen for a while. If you can't hit that, you know, certain skill check, kind of like a DS skill check, but maybe a little smaller. You know, it's a little crazy, but I know, you know, it gives, you know, killers a little bit of time to, like, you know, get around the map and, you know, try to get down people before you know it. That's it. 5 gens are gone in one or 2 chases, and that's it. I've had so many games where I'll get 3 or 4 hooks, and before you know it, the gens are done. And I'm just here, and I'm really trying hard not to tunnel. But you know, once there's 1 gen left, you know, I kind of have to go that route where, like, I'm sorry, but you know, you guys are kind of giving me no choice with the heavy gen rushing you're putting on me. And I know some survivors will say, oh, well, you gotta get good. You can only get as good as you can get if you're against really good survivors. But another idea I had, which this one's probably gonna really piss off survivors. Remove some of the, remove some of the pallets on the more longer loops, and you know, but in addition, put more into the more unsafe areas where, you know, there's a pallet, but I mean, it's risky using so-and-so area, if you get what I mean. Because I mean, all these areas where, like, for example, that one Macmillan map where you have that infinite window where you can just abuse it for 5 or 6 times, and you lose a good amount of time chasing that one survivor, and he's always going to go back to that loop. Yeah, you can say run Bamboozle, but Bamboozle isn't going to help me slow the game down. I mean, that other Macmillan map, forget which one to call it. It's basically the one where on one side you have a building where it looks like it has some tracks, but anyway, in that middle area where there is like gym upon gym upon gym, you know, if the survivors that know how to loot those areas can abuse the hell out of that area, because one, either they'll have a max of 1 or 2 T-wall areas, while the rest is some pretty good safe gyms with some safe pallets and windows that you can pretty much use over and over again. I mean, there's nothing. It's hard to counter that when you're trying to down somebody while the other 3 are safe, you know, rushing the hell out of gens. And I feel, you know, Ruin was a big help. I mean, killers weren't playing as the way they're playing now. You don't see a lot of I mean, back then when Ruin was a thing, you didn't see a lot of tunneling. You didn't see a lot of camping. You didn't see a lot of no-ed. And now that it's gone, you see that a lot. You see killers being tunneled to death, camped to death. I mean, even warriors are coming out in full force, and or no, that's gonna get nerfed too, and it's just gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the killer player base a lot more and more, and you're gonna lose more killers. Yeah, but this is all my opinion. I mean, maybe they won't. Maybe the game will still be fine the way it is, but I honestly doubt it. But that's just me. Another thing is some of these exhaustion perks for survivors. I mean, you get all these second chance perks that they have. Maybe they should consider, since we gave a heavy blow to the killers, the same for survivors. Give it to where, Dead Hard can only be used once you use it. The only time you can use it again if, when you're saved off a hook. And pretty much, yeah, you get, 2 hooks, 2 Dead Hards. I mean, because if the survivor gets away, he just has to wait for that cooldown. He'll heal up, and he has Dead Hard again by the time you find him again. So, that's just another idea to throw out there. I mean, Dead Hard can be buggy sometimes, but it does get a little annoying when, they get to the point where they just use it to get distance once they figure out, a killer knows, you have Dead Hard. So, they bait it out. And after once that's done, mostly survivors use it to get more distance to a pallet or to a loop. And at least in this way, it's like, okay, you used it once, you're down, or, you get away. You can't use it until you get hooked. Another idea. And again, I'm probably gonna get chewed off for it, but these are all opinions. These are just ideas. You don't like them, that's fine. DS honestly is fine the way it is. I mean, you can only use it when you pretty much save someone. I don't know what this UA was doing, but her flashlight saves very, very poor. And he goes, I mean, this is rank reset. You run into some odd survivors, and I'm surprised they, reverted the rank reset back to the whole going back to rank 10. I mean, honestly, going back to rank 5 was kind of okay because you were usually paired with those ranks. I mean, you would see greens with greens, purples with purples, etc., etc., But, I don't know, with the way how buggy the ranking system is, I guess that's why they changed it back when you had, red rank killers against all these greens and yellows, and it's like, unfair. You see all these red rank survivors against these level 15, 16 killers, and it's like, I'm kind of guessing that's why they, they changed it back to the way it was, which I'm not going to complain. I mean, I get to rank 1 on both sides. I mean, it's quicker for Survivor because it's less stressful, in my opinion. Hiccup to play Survivor than it is Killer. I mean, it's not very fun playing Killer. Like, honestly, it's getting a little stressful, and I love playing Killer. I mean, I'd rather play Killer than Survivor, but it's just getting too crazy. And I don't know how I lost that Jane, but one of those games. But I don't know. Any ideas you guys might have? I'd like to hear them out. What's it called? Anyway. Pretty much that's the only thing I can really think of what to do about the whole, making it a little bit more fun and fair for killers too. Because I mean, yeah, you're making it fun and fair for survivors, but what about the killers? They need to take into consideration because a lot of killers, you have no game. But we'll see what they do. I mean, maybe they'll do some changes. Maybe they'll realize like, oh, crap, why do we change a perk that's easily counterable? But that's the devs for you. What are you gonna do? Also, I noticed when you knock down survivors, as soon as they hit the ground, they teleport about 2-3 feet forward. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's getting a little annoying. It's a weird bug. But what can you do? Oh well. But honestly, they changed it back to the way it was. Maybe you'll see let's know it again and less. And then people come, and then, survivors shouldn't really get mad at killers for using Noed because, I mean, again, it's another perk that you can counter easily. It's your all's fault for not, cleansing totems to counter a simple perk. I mean, I stopped using it a very long time ago, but with the changes, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I use it once or twice for the really weak killers. And yeah, it saved me quite a few times. I mean, I've been in some unlucky situations where it got found right away. And I'm just like, wow, where's that luck with me when I'm with randoms and, what's it called? They don't find the freaking totem. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? Anyway, I'd like to hear your ideas, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys around. Peace.